Here we are at the end of the season, and it is time to deep clean my front and back porch to get it all ready for the fall season. I hope you guys are ready to get so much motivation. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe before we move any further. Here's my front porch, and I did a refresh a couple of months ago, but it's definitely time to really minimize this space. I talk about this often, but less is more. And the further along I get, not only on this decluttering and organizing journey, but older in my life, the less I feel that I really even need and the less I most definitely want. So we are on the front porch, and there's a ton of algae and bugs and moths and all the things. If you're new here, I live in Florida and I am a mom of 6. I have one child that already lives outside of the home. She's an adult of 22. And then my 19, 14, 12, 10, and 3-year-old are at home with us now. So I'm going to come in here and pull all of the packages inside and then give it a good deep clean. I also was feeling super overwhelmed with everything that was in here under this screen porch that I had to get rid of it. So very minimal. We are doing the bare basic needs in this porch. I'm going to have I'm going to have my swing, I'm going to have my rockers, and that's probably about it. But we need to get this looking nice because I can't stand it any longer. I am using my very handy small and compact blower. This is great for me because it is easy just to pick up and the battery is very simple to put on and charge as well. I don't particularly prefer the large blowers, are too heavy, so this is great. He got it for me and the kids, Chris did. So this is awesome that I can blow everything off. Just blowing off or sweeping off your front porch can make a huge difference. It already looks so much better, but I know it needed to be cleaned even more. So I'm going to blow everything off, and then I wanted to pressure wash, but spoiler alert, I did not pressure wash the front. I did do the back. I was feeling very intimidated with the pressure washer and really nervous. If you saw us in our last video, or excuse me, videos, quite a few videos before, probably in May, I think it was, the pressure washer literally blew up on us. So I was not really feeling confident of messing with it at this time. But I will say that the more I thought about it after this video, after the front porch, and I went to do the back porch, which was quite some time later, I was like, you know what? I am so tired of getting in my own way, and I'm so tired of asking people for help. I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to just do it. So I've always wanted to be like a DIY girly, very much like build my own board and batten, build my own furniture. That's the type of person I long to be. But it's going to take me some time for sure because I got to get the confidence to do it. I often stand in my own way, but that is definitely my goal this year. It's just to stop procrastinating, stop getting discouraged, and just do it. This was an all hands on deck type of project. Outdoor projects always are. We always have someone pulling weeds, someone weed eating, someone edging, and someone mowing. Now Emma, she's just living her best life, trying to cool off because it is still really, really hot here in Florida. And when I'm trying to get things done, whatever can entertain her makes me super happy. So she got creative and decided to go ahead and give herself a little splash park in the middle of the driveway. So I'm also going to take these hydrangeas, and I'll talk about this further, but like I said, live in Florida, and hydrangeas don't really like it here, but I'm obsessed with them. They are by far one of my favorite flowers. I think that and I can't even say the word of them, but they're just peonies, and the other kind of looks like that. Okay, I can't say the word, but it's something I get so tongue-tied. And then, of course, roses, but definitely hydrangeas are up there with like number 1 or number 2. I've always longed to have just a row of hydrangeas around my home, but with us living here, we have to be very strategic on how we plant them and where we plant them. So I've got a shed going up, and it's going to be away from the sun a little bit. It's always going to have a little shade. So I'm thinking about putting a row of hydrangeas over there. And then I'm going to water because I did want to trim these ferns up quite a bit. And so I watered these. I watered the other plants, watered my orchids, which is, excuse me, not orchids, my peace lilies, my lilies. And then I am going to just spray everything down with the more forceful spray on the hose. Like I said, the pressure washer was really intimidating me, so I was just kind of dancing around what I really needed to do, but it definitely got the job done. So I cleaned up the crepe myrtles, just got any of the extra growth off of them to make the bottoms look cleaner. I turned on the fans in here to basically have it like push all the dirt and the water off of them, and then obviously to help clean some of this. My hydrangeas here, if you don't know, I'm in Florida. Hydrangeas do not love Florida, but when I take care of these and water them, they look really, really beautiful. I put them there. I'm gonna let them get healthy, and then I'm gonna put them in a bigger pot. And they were just like little bits in 2 pots. I wanted to stop, you know, I wanted to change that. And this, I have not done the best at watering these two. I've been preoccupied, but I'm gonna go ahead, and I removed that table there because it was honestly breaking apart, and it was weathered and it was nasty. So I'm gonna take this and put her here like that. Put these up a bit. I like symmetry, I don't know. So I think that's nice right there. And then I'm gonna bring the pillow back here. I'm gonna cut these, what is that called? The rope or whatever. I'm gonna cut those because they're nasty and molded. I'm gonna do that in just a second. And I'm gonna go ahead and take, I'm gonna do that right now. So I'm going to use these super forceful clippers and cut all of this. If you hear something in the background, the cat is literally playing with one of Emma's faux tiaras for one of her dolls, and I love that she likes to hang out with me when I edit. She's getting more and more comfortable with just being with me. Sometimes she'll like be attacking my elbows or my hands, and she'll fall asleep mid-attack, and it is the most precious. But I just wanted to put that out there if you hear something. So I'm going to clean up these ferns. I did these ferns a ton, and it needed it. There was a lot of dead pieces on here. I don't really know how to care for ferns, but it's something that I would like to learn. Moving on into the back porch, this was really bad. So the front porch was overwhelming, and it was ugly, and you can see it from the road, other than it's hard to see through the screen, which I'm going to take down. But I could see like the packages. It just looked junky, and that's a big no-go for me. But the back porch was especially frustrating because there were swarms of moths back here, and it smelled. It smelled so strong of mold and mildew that it made me nauseated. And this plant, which is actually a faux plant, was just harboring so many moths and odors, and I just could not. But I knew that I needed to get the motivation to do it. I'm just going to say it. I was procrastinating. I didn't want to do it, but I knew I needed to. So I'm going to show you the before, and then we are going to start really deep cleaning out here. So while I clean the back porch and give it a good deep clean, Chris is going to be installing our safe mode cameras. If you guys remember, back in January, my car was stolen right from my driveway. And ever since then, we have taken the security of our home very, very seriously. So we use safe mode cameras. It comes with 2 cameras, and solar panels. I love safe mode cameras because I am able to store up to 6 months of footage. When it comes to privacy protection, they are top notch. Your data is exclusively processed on a hub and encrypted, ensuring unrivaled privacy accessibility only to you. You can store up to 6 months of footage with no subscription fees. You can even add up to 4 terabytes of footage via SSD card. The solar panels can adjust angles and generate power. It can sustain operation for up to 3 days with just 2 to 3 hours of direct sunlight. Removable and rechargeable, and up to 180 days of power in one single charge from other motion types and receive immediate notifications. I enjoy the smart recognition and smart alerts, which can differentiate between people, vehicles, packages, or pets from other motion types. You can even choose the type of notifications you want to receive. There are tailored motion zones so you can focus on what really matters by setting custom zones to reduce unwanted alerts. It can filter familiar faces and multicam tracking. The cameras provide 4K clarity and color night vision for excellent viewing clarity. You can capture detailed images in low light and 100 lumen motion activated spotlight, which ensures comprehensive monitoring and deterring unwanted intruders. Another very convenient feature is a two-way talk so you can hear and speak to your visitors or scare off unexpected ones through your phone. It has built-in sirens. It works with Alexa, and the camera is easy to set up, and so is the hub. It is waterproof, so it can endure harsh weather and extreme temperatures. There are 3 ways to install. The security camera is mountable from the wall, ceiling, or simply on flat surfaces. So you can customize your camera recording mode to suit being at home or away. A hub can connect up to multiple add-on cameras as well. So with this safe mode camera, you are able to get total privacy without monthly fees, AI functions including multicam tracking and familiar face filter, and 4K clarity. You can't beat having peace of mind with your home being safely secure is priceless. Check out all the information about these safe mode cameras. This is the brand that we choose and that we trust, and I would only trust you all with it as well. Thank you so much for Safe Mode for making our home a safer place and sponsoring this portion of today's video. So now we are going to bring out the trash bag, and I'm going to be getting rid of the things that I don't need back here. Like I had mentioned, it was definitely smelling full of mold and mildew, and it was not enjoyable to be out here at all. My really nice Birkenstocks got out here too, and I had no idea that they would also be covered in mold. So I was really struggling, but I did decide to go ahead and let these go. I had thought about scrubbing them, maybe pressure washing them, throwing them in the wash, but all in all, I just wasn't comfortable with putting my foot into something that had so much mold, or even if I no longer saw it, I was just too worried about it. I'm also going to be getting rid of some more shoes out here. Chris has an extra pair when he does the lawn work, so do the kids, have some sandals, and then he has his steel toe work boots. Those I will obviously be keeping, but anything that I don't need or there are just duplicates of definitely has to go. I usually buy everything secondhand, so I don't feel too bad about getting rid of some of this stuff. Now, these faux ferns that I'm getting rid of, this is from Nearly Natural, and I ordered these myself last year, but the minute I opened up the box, the smell was so strong, so I actually left them outside for months, and when I mean months, I mean like over 6 months, in the garage, mainly because I forgot about them. But when I went back to get them, they still smelled so strong. So I decided to just use them outside, and I just can't. I can't do it. So I'm also going to be getting rid of this boxwood wreath. I got this from Target probably 3 years ago, and this is another thing that should not come outside. It got completely ruined. So that's okay. I've got my big black trash bag like I always do, and I'm ready to start throwing things in here because I am throwing just about everything away. So I don't know how it is where you're at. Let me know in the comments below where you guys are at. But for me here in Florida, I love to have these really beautiful spaces curated and brought. I love to have these spaces out here so I can come and relax, and I have great visions of me enjoying maybe dinner or some coffee in the morning. But the truth of the matter is I rarely come out here, mainly because there's always dew on the furniture, so it's wet even with the pergola closed. And I was sitting down here in the chair, and there were 2 spider egg sacs there, and I just could not. Just saying it grosses me out. I'm sorry, I just don't love spiders that much. I am thankful for all that they do, but I'm just not, I don't want to sit with a whole bunch of baby spiders. So I immediately went inside and I thought to myself, do anybody else deal with this? I would love to maybe bring all of this inside in this green porch area. The truth of the matter is we are dealing with swarms of moths. I don't know how or why. So I want to clean all of this out too, because I just don't know what to do. But I really, really want to be able to come outside and enjoy myself, because there are times, as much as I love my family, I would like a little peace and quiet. And I think this would be the perfect spot. And the backdrop of the backyard is my favorite. When I pressure wash, I like to work my way up to down. We have quite a lot to do here. So, unfortunately, after Chris was cooking, he's just got so many things on his plate as well. He left everything out here and it got disgusting. The Blackstone is already rusting terribly. It was rusting like almost immediately after we got it. So we've been trying to make do, but it's just really, really bad. And I will actually use the pressure washer to get all of the excess peeling paint off of it. But he also used my cast iron pan, and that's pretty nasty too. So I'm going to be taking the pressure washer to that and then letting it dry out. But first, I do just want to give this porch a good cleaning because, like I said, it needed it. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're on the fence on whether you need to paint your house, just pressure wash. It will be mind-blowing how great it looks, how new it looks, just with a simple power washing. Now, it can be very costly if you hire someone, but and some of the pressure washers can be very costly. Not this one. I think we paid $130, I think, at Lowe's, and it came with all kinds of little attachments. It's the Craftsman, and I think it's Craftsman. Let me tell you, does it have a lot of PSI? I think that's the word. No, but does it get the job done for household stuff? Absolutely. So, you could spend your money on getting one of these pressure washers and it would be less than actually hiring somebody. One of the things that I have been doing a lot is moving my body in any way I possibly can. So cleaning is such an incredible way to get an awesome workout. And if I ever want to get all of my steps in, I can clean my house and I can get more than 10,000 steps just because I'm just walking around this house so many times. I don't sit down, not even once. And then the next day, my body is sore. Obviously, I'm getting older, but it is a great workout. I've also been just taking the initiative to do things like this, pressure washing or doing the rugs or cleaning the cars, just things like that. Every single day, I am trying to find a way to move my body. And if I don't succeed, I will usually just go to the gym, which I'm actually canceling. I know I talk about that often. And because we actually decided to join the Y as a family, so I'm going to be canceling my gym membership. But I got this little tiny stair stepper. I saw it all over TikTok. It was like $30. And so I just go on that as well while watching a show. And that is a great way. Any little thing you can do makes huge impact. You just got to be consistent with it. So parking a little further away, taking the stairs instead of the elevator or escalator. And not everybody can do that, but we can find ways to move our body because let me just tell you, the research that I have done and that I have seen, being sedentary is just as bad as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. I know you might not believe me, do your research, but the older I get, I realize how dire it is for my body to move, especially since I'm on the journey of trying to heal my hormones naturally.
I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco light. They can try, but they can never take me down. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you, not afraid to love you.
I'm also going to pressure wash these picnic tables. I really like these. They are foldable. They're going to go in the shed on the property and just give us a little bit more space out here. I'd like to keep one, but the other one has to go for sure. But this was so satisfying to see the before and after. I don't know if you can really tell, but just see all of the dirty water just splashing away. It's incredible. Genuinely incredible. The before and after, and watching like the algae just lift right up, or truthfully paint was chipping off of the sliders. It's amazing. I know I used to do these a lot on this channel barefoot, but I have learned my lesson. So I wanted just to say I'm wearing shoes this time. I am definitely being cautious. When you guys suggest things to me, I definitely listen. I'm not someone that gets offended. I always listen before I respond, or listen before I react. That is one of the things that I have learned as I've gotten older, and it has saved me a lot of hurt feelings, but it has also helped me see the world in a better light, because when someone says something to me, I just don't immediately get defensive. I listen, and more times than not, people are good. I really believe that people are good, and they just want to be treated good. So if you just listen, you realize there's usually a lot of love in what they're saying.
Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back.
Okay, so I did everything. My battery died and I was in the flow. We've talked about this. It's just the way it's gonna go. I can't, sometimes I just can't stop. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is from Walmart and it is held up very nicely. I do not think it's meant to be outdoors, so she's gonna have to go. The Birkenstocks that I showed, I wanted to try, no. They were so moldy. I can't, I'm very weird with mold. I just can't have that on my feet, even if I pressure wash them. His Blackstone was looking a mess, so I actually pressured washed this and took all of the paint off of it. And we're gonna go to Lowe's and get some stuff. I'm gonna figure out how to refurbish this because these are really pricey. And I don't wanna turn around and go and buy another one if I don't have to. These I spray painted myself. This was a yard sale find. You know what? They're good. They're good, but they're already chipping. So I am going to try to pressure wash my old rockers from the previous house and see if I can maybe spray paint those black. These were not UV protected, so they look very artificial. I did do that one as well. That's gonna go inside with my new plant, but listen, get a new paint job or pressure wash your house. I'll pressure wash my house. But we're gonna go to Lowe's. There are some things that we need to fix. So the ceiling is coming, like I don't know what's going on there. With this much humidity, it's just the way it is. I need to have him fix that. I am going to pressure wash this out. It's got a lot of black sludge in there. Get that going. Go ahead and get some flowers or something right there. And then coming out here, this looks really good. I really want to donate this, but that's going to have to be without Emma here. This, that's a no-go. That's a no-go. We got to get the stain for this. And then I did throw a lot of the pillows away. I'm going to try to wash these. Mold doesn't come out of pillows. I don't know if y'all know how. I've tried everything. They just don't. So the ones that had a lot of mold, I went ahead and threw those away. I'm going to pressure wash that for her. I am going to clean out these. I would love to have a beautiful, like what you see on like Pinterest and whatnot, but I don't know if it's just here in Florida or in general outside. I know I'm soaked. I don't know how people do it. I can't keep things out here that don't get yucky and mold. I flipped over these cushions. There were spider eggs under it, so that's an immediate. And then I need to spray this with UV spray. But how do people have like these beautiful outdoor spaces that don't get nasty and moldy? Like, is it Florida? Because I know Florida is really humid here. I don't know. Someone's got to let me know. Like, if you live over in like the west where it's not, like where it's really dry, do you have to deal with mold on all of your furniture? I don't know. I do like these. This is the Walmart thing I got. The Walmart set. It's still held up really nicely. You're able to wash these. There's some stains that never came out. I may order new covers for that next year. Right now it's good. It's as good as it's going to get. I did take the topiary tops, the boxwood spheres off of that because water was getting underneath it. So yeah, this is so far so good. I got to figure out what we're going to do out there because I don't know what's going on with the moths. I don't know, you guys. Chris mowed the rest of the property. Well, he mowed the some more. We still have more to do. And the camera is working out beautifully. I mean, just beautifully.
Look as far as I can see, but you don't want to talk to me, no. And not through words, not through songs, not through whispers, not through phones. When I look at you, I know that.
So going to continue to clean up out here. I was just talking to my sister-in-law the day before, and it made me think as I'm doing this voiceover. So today, I filmed this last week, but today we were outside and we were actually looking at the camera, and I was trying to like put the motion on and just learn the camera more and more. And he was doing the siren and stuff on it, which was really cool. And he suddenly got bit. Chris got bit or stung. And then I looked, and there was like a swarm around him. And I said, what in the world is that? And he's like, wasp. And it was like baby wasp. Come to find out, there was a massive nest under that chair, the chair to the right of the screen, a massive nest right at the very top. So they were coming out, and they basically swarmed and got him, and it was awful. So I was talking to my sister-in-law, which made me think of the story to tell you all. When people think about moving to Florida, because Florida has just exploded with people, and I don't think people really know what they're getting into when they live here. I can't speak for other places. I mean, I've lived in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee, so I know those places. But here in Florida, the bugs are something else. Now, when we lived in Tennessee, we definitely had our black widows and we had our brown recluses. You don't have, I mean, we do have black widows here. I haven't seen a ton of brown recluses. I do think that we have them somewhere, I think in Central Florida, but we have like huntsman spiders here. We have massive palmetto bugs that will literally chase you, and you might be thinking that sounds crazy, but let me just tell you, any Floridian, true Floridian, or someone who's been here for a while will tell you, those palmetto bugs, they're like massive roaches, and they fly, and you can hear their wings flapping, and I'm telling you, they will chase you. But it's crazy. It's wild because it doesn't get very cold here, so there's no break. At least where I'm at, there's no break from all of the fun adventures outside. And I was just talking to my sister-in-law about that because I was doing her bedroom decluttering. I actually got her a bedding set and stuff, and she had a roach, a dead roach. And I was like, she's like, sorry about that. I'm like, girl, we live in Florida. That's just the way it is. Like, it has nothing to do with your cleanliness usually. It's about just whether one got in or not. And she and I both said, I don't think people really know what they're getting into when they move here. I threw many of the pillows away because they were really nasty, and if you've ever tried to get mold out, it's really tough. So, one was really faded and moldy. I got rid of it. Two of the other ones were extremely moldy, and they had feather down pillow inserts, so that was a no-go. It was fine. But I will say that I attempted to pressure wash two of those little pillows, those little lumbar pillows, and the mold came right out. So if you run into an issue where you're trying to get mold out of clothes, pressure washer. Listen, I never even knew it. Do you know how many items I have had to get rid of because of mold? Because sometimes we have laundry and the kids will throw like a rag or a wet shirt. They don't think, they don't know any better. And then when I go to do laundry, maybe it's that day, maybe it's 2 weeks from now, who knows? Um, yeah, there's mold on it, and so I just throw this stuff away. But now that I know that I could line things up and just pressure wash it, let me just tell you, that's a game changer. I have seen another creator get baseball grass and dirt out of their baseball pants. So listen, I'm telling you, you got to get one of these pressure washers. These are rockers I actually got probably 4 years ago, and I really like them. I got them from Walmart. They've held up really great. Now, they have been out in the elements, haven't been in a covered area, so chipping, and so I figured why not just get the pressure washer and get any of this chipping or this nasty stain on here. And it worked pretty good. I'm on the fence on whether I need to actually sand it. So I was going to re-stain it, but it's a really gritty feeling. So I think I will just do a nice coat of black paint and call it a day. That way it'll also be sealed in. I am done for now. I took all the stain off of the chair. I'm going to restain that. I got to do the other one. Completely clean it up out here, but I do want to let this dry for a day or so, and then I will put everything back. This was the following day. Everything is dry, and I figured I would just go ahead and bring the chairs in here. Didn't want to leave it back there. The girls are actually looking into buying a house. They're in the process of inspection now. So the living room couch, I've talked about that, and the entryway table, I took that out of our entryway because they love that stuff too. And anything else that they want, they can definitely have. It's going to be their first home together. So, well, purchased home together, and that's a really, really exciting time. So I'm excited to be able to give them some things that I love for them to fill their house with. The cushions look really good. Now these are machine washable as well, but it is a pain to put them back on. So I just used the pressure washer and it was great. As I am doing this voiceover, I do see that there are some watermarks on my lens. So I'm going to have to clean that off for sure. But this is how it all looks, and it feels really, really good, cleaned out. I've only got the necessities out here, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I also brought her little swing up just to have something a little bit closer, but I still love this backyard area. It is my favorite. It was an investment, one that we didn't plan on doing, but now that it is done, it has been an awesome, awesome thing to have. I just wish I could sit out here more, but hopefully that will be coming soon. And the back of the house looks really good, really clean. We still need to pressure wash the actual entire house. We will be getting it painted probably next year, which I'm excited about that because it has a green roof. So I'm thinking something maybe like a white, very antebellum, very southern. That's my style. Also, make sure to stay tuned. I have a few real life bloopers. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it filled you with a ton of motivation to get your house clean, decluttered, and organized, and just get ready for the season. I love you all so much, and I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. I cannot wait to see you in next week's video. See you soon, friends. Bye. So I'll be honest, I don't quite know. I don't quite know what I want to do out here. I don't like this screen. I don't like this screen.